As most of us know by now, Amanda Waller's strategy to neutralize the world's metahumans depends on her versatile squad of Amazo androids. But as each one absorbs the abilities of the Justice League, they start developing critical weaknesses. Specifically, Absolute Power Task Force 7 Issue 5 explores the somewhat tragic condition of the Flash-powered Velocity. Let's break it down. Before we continue, don't forget to click the like and subscribe buttons to stay updated with more comic book content like this and help support small content creators like me. The issue opens with breaking news of a supersonic force moving across the planet, turning deserts into glass and breaching the rocky crusts of magma fields. What's going on? The Amazo android known as Velocity is relentlessly pursuing the last speedster it hasn't overtaken, Barry Allen, also known as the Flash. With Velocity close behind, Barry races through Central City, hoping to reach a location that holds the secret to an extra-dimensional object, a unique feather that could save him and the remaining heroes. Barry arrives at the Flash Museum, skillfully evading Velocity. Velocity says in his narration, "I have absorbed the memories and abilities of every speedster except one, neither the fastest nor the first. He should have been insignificant, a mere formality. Yet for what feels like an eternity, he has managed to escape me, until now." In the following panel, we see that Velocity has finally captured Barry. Searching through stolen memories, Velocity identifies the name of his victim as Barry Allen, and questions why Barry led him to the museum, soon realizing it was a calculated move. Barry slips from Velocity's grasp by phasing through both the grip and the floor, confusing Velocity since it has no recollection of how to phase through objects. Velocity then taps into Jai West's super strength to break through multiple floors in pursuit of Barry's location. Frantically, Barry searches for the feather, but Velocity arrives and they both race toward it. Unfortunately, Velocity destroys the feather before Barry can reach it. Undeterred, Barry quickly recovers and, more determined than ever, sprints away with Velocity once again in hot pursuit. Velocity understands that Barry's plan is to enter the Speed Force as his last option. He decides to follow Barry into the Force, only to be overwhelmed by the sheer volume of data flooding his advanced central processor. Velocity manages to follow without grasping that exiting the Speed Force is as complicated as phasing. Before departing, Barry strikes Velocity, shattering his face mask and leaving him trapped inside the Force. To find a solution, it explores echoes of Barry's memories, discovering how Barry learned to phase and how he taught this ability to a young Wally West. Velocity discovers that Barry's ability to phase is connected to something he lacks: emotional context and purpose. It stumbles upon another of Barry's memories, one where Barry phases his hand into his own chest to extract a bullet. Just imagine the level of precision and control required to do that, without causing the slightest damage to the heart. Velocity starts to realize that phasing through objects and escaping the Speed Force isn't merely about skill or technique. It requires a true reason to do so. Velocity then decides that his reason for leaving the Speed Force is Barry Allen, declaring, "I'm coming back for you." Next, we see Barry tracking down Iris to deliver an emotional, heartfelt message. He tells her, "Backward, forward, through walls and worlds, and across entire planes of existence. Even before I met you, I was always running to you." Velocity escapes the Speed Force and continues his pursuit of Barry, but he slightly eases off the chase to see if there's more he can learn from him. The issue proceeds with a continuation of Steve Trevor's adventure in the Gomorrah Island prison, leading to a significant reveal. Earlier, he witnessed villains constructing a massive Stargate-like portal for Amanda Waller. Now, Waller orders the activation of the portal. A female figure emerges from the portal, and Waller says to her, "Thank you for agreeing to meet with me." The figure replies by saying she was intrigued. Steve immediately recognizes the voice and moves closer to confirm his suspicion. Shockingly, the portal seemingly summons Waller's Earth-3 crime syndicate, the evil, heartless version of the Justice League. It appears the team has developed their own ambitions since Waller departed their universe. While the details of their arrangement and what happened during her absence remain unclear, it's evident Earth's remaining heroes now face a far greater threat.